Do we all start coughing now?
I think that's probably the best time to cough, yeah.
Right, cough.
Tenner's in, and lads. Tenner's in.
I'm more nervous than I was at the Olympics here. Oh, I've just been logged out.
You got a chance to win this one, mate.
Yeah. Has anyone else been booted out? Nope.
Was a minute ago, the taxi, but I've just done players.
I can hear it playing back from what we just said 30 seconds ago.
That's big. Whoever's got the live stream off, turn the volume down on that.
It's my co-driver.
You've got a co-pilot, that's cheating.
Well, I'm in a two-man boat, no?
I don't know. How many people go in there?
5-man boat, mate.
If you zoom right in, there's nobody in it.
My boat sails better that way.
I can't get in anymore. $17, someone's just joined.
I thought we were only meant to have 16.
Yeah, a late addition of Finley's in there at 17, I think.
Finley, 18,
Christina.
18.
Christina has arrived.
Still not sure why he's posing as a girl.
Hello and welcome to the eSailing demonstration event. We are learning as we go along here, but we've got some great sailors out on the race course, including Luke Patience, Johnny Mcgovern, Sam Whaley, Emma Wilson, Ben Saxton, Adam Mcgovern, Katie Burridge, Andy Taxi Davies, Sam Watson, Dave Hyvey, Stu Bithell and Finn Sterrett. This is going to be an interesting regatta. We're playing as we go, going as we play along and seeing how it all goes, and we're just going to see how this all pans out. And so Adam is running our racing here, and he's put us into sequence. We have 1 minute 10 seconds now until the first race starts.
Right now, isn't it?
Someone's got to win it, boys.
Awkward if you didn't get a mention on the commentary there.
Now it's just switched me to a view of an actual sailor, so I'm going to have to hop myself out. As we say, the technical side of this is a bit interesting. So just bear with me while I just get back into it as a commentator.
Yeah, so Mark, maybe I can just take over as we run up to the start here. We're just coming into the start sequence now. Looks like a very good start just at the left-hand side of the line by Adam Northwest. Looking good. We've also got a very good start by the Dave Hyvey, I believe. He's the white boat with the red rose right in the middle there. And then it looks like Katie Burridge just to windward of him. All the boats going out to the left. You can see by looking up at the top left of the screen, you can see the little wind stops. They show the shifts that are coming down the course, so the sailors that can will be eyes glued on those wind stops, looking at which way the wind is likely to go and whether they need to head to the left or the right of the course. Looks like we've got a pretty big split in the fleet, with quite a few now on port tack heading over to the right-hand side.
Alistair, I'm pleased to say we've now got the live feed back again. They've taken me off being a competitor and back to commentary mode, thankfully. And we can see the fleet very evenly matched coming into the windward mark here. It's at the moment we've got the boat Christina, which is Finn Sterrett, in the lead. But really tight racing between the top three. We've got here at the moment Adam Mcgovern, David Hyvey and Finn Sterrett fighting out the top three, just 10 metres separating the top three as they come in, all approaching the windward mark. We've got really quite a collection coming in on the port ley line here. Now we're going to go on board. Here we've got Adam. You can see as we go in towards the windward mark, the leader right on the port ley line. But this could be a really tight battle as they come in. So coming into the windward mark. It looks like we've got Saxon back. Is that Ben Saxton there just causing a complete pile up on the windward mark?
Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
A disaster around the windward mark for various there.
Did anyone not play at that windward mark?
As they head down the run.
I've got the wrong side of the mark. I got heat, so I'm trying to sort that out.
So in the lead, we've now got Whale X, which is Sam Whaley. Sam, how are things going there?
Yeah, it seems pretty good so far. Obviously, everyone getting tangled with each other helped me at the windward mark. This game does have a habit, though, of anyone who's in the lead never wins the race. So I'm looking forward to this next bit.
So Sam, when you have all of those boats approaching the windward mark at the same time, what tactics do you use to try and keep clear?
Well, just kind of try and find your own gap and then don't break any rules. It's easier said than done.
Now, Wee Pearl in 4th place. This is Luke Patience. Can you tell me what happened at that windward mark there?
I basically took advantage of the extensive rule breaking and snuck myself in after a shocking beat. But, you know, I got lucky, but you need to get a bit of that now and then.
So here we can see the fleet coming up to the windward mark for the second time. And we've got Sam Whaley in the lead again. Just rounding the windward mark now. Heading off to the hitch mark.
Someone's about to tack in and cause an almighty.
Once again, the windward mark rounding just looks like absolute chaos. Luke, with your Olympic experience, is there any kind of similarity there?
Yeah, I suppose there's a wee bit, yeah. Oh, I've just broken a rule. Brilliant. Well, you can count me out of this race. That's me done. Yeah.
Now, let's move on with, here we've got Andy Taxi Davies. Many of you will know him from the UK dinghy scene. Currently in 6th place. How are things going in the race for you?
Well, it's telling me I'm up to 3rd.
Okay, it's telling you you're up to 3rd. For me, you're in 7th place.
Let's go to pear shape now, though.
And you're used to big fleets in the dinghies. What's it like with this slightly smaller but very tight fleet?
Well, I wish I had smaller thumbs. It's pretty tight racing, though. It's good. Now I'm back down to 10th now. I've lost it.
They're usually stuck.
And here now we're focusing on David Hyvey, who's in 5th place, coming in towards the finish. How's your race been?
Chaotic.
And you're
yeah, it was
used
good
to,
fun. You need to.
Until recently, you've been sailing the foiling moths. This is a little bit slower than that, but the race length is similar. Does that give you any kind of advantage?
I'm not certain many things give you much advantage in this, but it's quite good fun.
Okay, we've got all of the boats finishing. And here we have the 16th place Seabiz. Just coming into the finish line now, which is Christian Bill.
But
if we look at the results here,
then we kept thinking tap was hoist the K to get hoisting the K upwind as well, which is problematic.
So while slightly chaotic there, we had a 5-minute race and only 41 seconds separating the entire fleet there.
Colossal.
And I broke five penalties.
You can see here the best average speed was actually by Seabiz Christian Birrell, even though he was in last place.
Well, when your spinnaker's up
the whole way.
upwind, you're going to add a few knots onto that, aren't you?
I'm sending back to us when we mark at that point.
And we've got analysis of the race here. And as you can see, Sam Whaley, not the best start, but after that windward mark, took straight away advantage and held on to his lead all the way through. He had predicted that things weren't going to go so smoothly because he was in the lead, and the boat in the lead never wins. But he took the lead and held it for the rest of the race. So congratulations, we've got our first race result.
Well done, Sam.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody on Sam now, yeah?
Yeah. yeah.
Now we'll get back
The
into the
trick is
second
that
race
nobody
here.
wins this.
Yeah, we've still got 17 going. No.
Or we click and restart, aye?
Yeah, race officer are here. The next race is open, so get logging in, guys. Same code as last race.
How many people have we got on so far?
12.
We always have an interesting time actually finding the race to look for.
14 now, Mark.
14. There's a few with 14, but we'll find it.
All right.
Oh, that settled the nerves, that
Got it.
first one.
Okay, we're starting to get the commentary for the second race there.
I can't get it at the moment.
Okay, now Katie Burridge, you've won the Sail Juice Winter Series for the last 2 seasons. How does this racing compare to those frostbite events that you've had during the winter?
A lot warmer. I can't go downwind for some reason at all.
Do you think that's
Not
a
regular.
technical thing or just the tactics going wrong?
I think it's probably me on a technical note.
We're all learning as we go along with this. So hopefully for the next race you'll learn it. Maybe Adam, who's our expert, could give you some tips on the downwind here.
I'm just trying not to get kicked out of the game while we get it set up. But no, I think the tip would be just not to... the wind shadow on these boats is quite large. So just keep looking around at the boats around you and try and avoid having any boats anywhere near being above you. Because compared to some of the other boats in the app, the wind shadow is massive downwind in these boats.
So here we have our first Virtual Regatta real tip there. Now, Sam Whaley, what tips would you give? You clearly have played this game before and won that race. What would you suggest to the other competitors?
You just got to make sure you don't overstand the ley line. I mean, I even overstood the ley line slightly, but you can just waste a ton of distance there. And then if you get a bad start, just get out, clear out as quickly as possible and reset and try and do the next right thing, really. I don't know.
Next right thing.
Yeah, I like that.
And Sam, you're racing currently in what used to be the laser class, but now the Ilka class. Can you tell us a little bit about what's been going on in that class?
Well, there's been a bit of sort of confusion over the past year now, where we've had builders being removed, we've had name changes and stuff, and to be honest, we still don't fully know exactly what's going on. It's an interesting situation. We're still just about getting kit and stuff, before the lockdown, that is. And I guess at the end of the day, we just all like sailing and racing in these high quality fleets, whether it's called a laser or an Ilka, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So we're just continuing our training, trying to better ourselves, and then hopefully the name thing will sort itself out soon.
Nice.
Now, just a quick word with Taxi, please. This is Andy Davies. You're usually racing week in, week out at every single event that you can get your hands on. How does it feel to not be able to get out at those weekends?
Yeah, it's a bit odd. It's definitely odd. I think my wife likes it.
So actually a bit of time where the family get to see you.
Yeah. I've noticed I've got a couple of kids at home.
Well done. Finally found that out.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 40 seconds until the start of race 2. There's a lot of milling about going on in the fleet, so we'll just get a bit of an overview here. And here you can see the start area. Pre-start, the area with the red and dark blue shaded area, of course, is over the line, so no one wants to be crossing that before the start gun, which is now 15 seconds away. Some boats choosing to keep the pace on, some boats just sitting there with the sails flogging. Now, very tight start between the leaders, and we're just going to move across. Here we've got Matt Mee, who started right at the committee boat end and is going away on starboard with some really nice clean air. And Matt Mee, so have we got Matt on the line at all?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, how was it with that start? You had quite a bit of crowd round you to start off with, but then clear air.
I got a bit close to the line, so I was a bit slow at the gun, but found a little slot above Katie here, so feels all right at the moment. Katie or Nikki, I don't know which one it is actually.
And in the lead, just coming off at the pin end, we've got Wee Pearl, which is Luke Patience, the 470 Olympic silver medalist. Did you have a haggis sandwich or something between races?
Oh, mate, did I? Did I? Yeah. The problem with winning the pin, though, is it's such a short racetrack that you rarely actually get back into the fleet. So I'm horribly overstood right now with my fingers crossed, but we'll see.
We're just on board with you at the moment, and it looks like you're a good 10 boat lengths over the ley line. Now, you're going to be piling in on port tack into this mark. Are you going to use tactics here or just barge in?
No, history tells me there'll be a ton of rules broken in a load of invisible boats. And that's where I'll sneak in and take my nice little top 30% round the windward.
Now, in the lead, we've actually got Katie Burridge, the Sail Juice champion for the last 2 seasons. Now, what tactics? You're at the moment still overlaying this mark. So what are you going to do as you come into this windward mark?
It's a bit of a tricky one.
Well, bear away, Kate, for a start.
The first thing, yes, and maybe a better way to actually make it. And you've got a huge fleet of starboard tackers coming across here.
Snapped in there.
That didn't work out well, did it?
And it looks like Matt Mee has rounded first. Coming into the hitch mark now. Matt, how did that work out for you to get into the lead?
I'm head to win now.
Yeah, quite nicely. Onto port, and then was able to pick my little gap back onto starboard and go underneath those starboard boats, which were on the starboard lay. So it was all right.
And Matt, you're a multi-time champion in classes such as the RS200, GP14, and Merlin Rocket. Does this kind of racing in any way translate to what you do in the big fleets of those classes?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, same stuff, isn't it? You know, same stuff. Trying to find a gap, don't understand, like Sam was saying, and yeah, hopefully not mess it up too much. Stay away from the boats.
Well, you've pulled out a great lead on the fleet there, but there's quite a few collisions going on. Every single time that you see an exclamation mark beside somebody's names, they're having a collision, and we just saw a sea of reds there. That lured mark. Let's just get a bit of an overview of the fleet and see what actually happened there.
Can't slow down. You can usually count on Saxton causing some chaos in these races.
No doubt. No doubt.
So, Ben Saxton, please tell us what actually happened there.
My completely glitched out and ran into the back of Luke. I had a nightmare.
So you're blaming it on a glitch?
You, was it?
Yeah. I've hit Luke 3 times now across these 2 races so far.
Classic.
And what's the story of the panda on your sail?
It's fun, isn't it?
Brilliant. Now Matt Mee still in the lead, but in second place we've got Stu Bithell. Stu, tell us, as you come into the Windward Mark, you've moved up the fleet.
Yeah, just looking for another solid race here. Going to hunt Matt down this bottom run.
What are your tactics going to be, especially now that you know about the wind shadows here and what happens with them? What are you going to use down this run to try and overtake?
Let's have a go anyway. Oh, we've got him.
You've got a good tight cover on him there. But went for another jibe. What was the reasoning behind your jibe there, Stu?
Yeah, because someone was on my win there. Wee Pearl, obviously.
Luke, that's me.
Okay, so Luke Patience was straight on you. Do you think that's cost you the race?
Yeah. Can't be, can he? He's meant to be my mate.
Struggling here, mate. Killer be killed.
So coming into the finish there, we can see Matt Mee has taken the win. So the championship wins that he's had in the 200s, the GP14s and the Merlin Rockets clearly paying off in that big fleet practice. In second place, we've got Biffmeister, Stu Bithell, who managed to hold off Luke Patience, the 470 Olympic silver medalist, in third place.
With Stuart, though, that was. So that's and in second too.
A really, really tight race there, with just 28 seconds separating first to 13th and 2 disqualifications.
Where's Birrell in all this?
He couldn't get on.
You got Nicky Birrell at DSQ, and Christian Birrell didn't even make it.
It's still tied up.
And there we see the max speed. That was Sam Watson, who's Sam GP14 on the game, hit 18.9 knots. And
nice.
It was Emma Wilson. So we had the windsurfers there with the best average speed at 8.8 knots. And if we look at the race analysis, you can see Matt Mee, not a great start at all, down in 10th place. But it was that Windward Mark rounding where there were boats just crashing into each other, left, right and centre, moved into the lead to take the win.
Bravo.
Now, Alistair, do we have any kind of idea in the overall rankings if anything's coming out of this?
Yeah, well, I'm just tossing it up, Mark. So just immediately, well, it's a bit too early to say. Just give me another few minutes and I'll let you know. Looks pretty random, I can tell you that.
I think my phone's about to set on fire.
Now, have we got Emma Wilson on the line?
Yep, I'm here.
Now, how are you finding this compared to the windsurfing?
I think I'm crashing a bit too much.
And do you find the tactics very similar to what you do in the RSX class?
When we're in the faster boats, it's pretty similar. In the slower boats, it's a bit slower, but yeah, it's pretty similar.
And with Tokyo 2020 being delayed for a year, is this and you're not being able to get out at all, is this the kind of thing that keeps you in race trim or just basically keeps you occupied?
Probably keeps me occupied. I need to get better at it though.
It looks like we all need to get better at it and learning how to play it, but so far so good.
Mark, race officer here. The race is open. People are joining in now, so you might want to find it.
Okay, Adam, if you keep us posted with a number of entries
12
for
currently.
We'll try and hop in there.
So we got
one of the things about
indoors.
Virtual Regatta is we have to hop into a new race each time. How many we got, Adam?
15 of 20.
Let's see if I can find it first time. Very much doubt it. Whoa, I did. Okay, we are moving into the commentary for the race now. So here we've got the view again. We've got 15 boats out on the start area once again. This is almost like with the America's Cup, where you can see all of the graphics on screen, which really does help actually follow a race, even if sometimes we're not quite sure what's going on ourselves.
I'm just getting messages come through telling me, people telling me I'm not very good at this virtual sailing. That's not encouragement, is it?
No.
We're starting.
We currently have getting on for 500 people watching this race at the moment, so it's clearly
Nice.
popular. More people have got too much time on their hands.
Isn't it?
It's about the number of mums and dads that we all have added together.
I think it's about
Just
that.
into
there, Luke.
phrase.
Okay, we're coming up to 45 seconds to the start. We can see quite a few of the sailors already lining up. Now here we are on board with Andy Taxi Davies. Now you're sat there waiting clearly for a pin end start. What's your thinking behind that?
Well, looking at the shifts, it looks like they want to get onto port early. Yeah, no one want to see shifts.
And Taxi, you're a champion in many, many classes. Of course, in the Merlin Rockets, Solos, GPs, Scorpions. We've just started here. Is this the kind of tactic you would use pre-start normally, just sitting there with the sails flogging and then heading off?
Yeah, I think trying to go slowly, I think a lot of people end up just rushing about a bit on the start line and get a bit flustered. And then you end up
Taxi, stop talking and tack.
Was I helping you out there, son?
Yeah, there we go. Let's get across that fleet while we can.
Put your back down.
And here you are. You've actually managed to tack beneath the ley line, unlike when we had Luke Patience well over the ley line. Do you think this is going to end up a good tactic? Because you've had your pin end start and you're currently listed as in the lead.
Is that me?
Taxi.
Bit happy there in the middle.
Yeah, well, I was listening to my crew, Stu, and he told me to tack, so I tacked.
Fantastic work there.
Thanks,
And
Stu.
we've got the fleet just above you is Biff Meister, who is Stu Bithell. So this looks like it's going to be a tight situation come into the mark. And Stu, you're going to be the one who's piling it in on port, it looks like. So what are you going to do with that?
Yeah, it's looking a bit tricky at the minute. We're tacked onto a lovely lift to get across the fleet, but we're just getting headed coming in.
Yeah,
which means the boats to leeward are going to be looking stronger.
And if we take a look
Yeah, you're
across
right,
the
I'm coming
course,
in on
we can
port.
actually see the starboard tackers now coming in.
Oh,
And
this
it's
ain't
showing
ended yet, is it?
Moth European champion Dave Hyvey currently in the lead.
And I am until I
Tell me,
tap,
how's
then
it
I'm
gone
in
so
trouble.
far?
This race has gone better than the last one, but I think I'm probably going to hit somebody now.
Yeah, looking on it. Yeah.
So here we are focusing on David Hyvey. This is really tight coming into this windward mark. We've got Ben Saxton and David Hyvey just coming in at exactly the same time. And
Ben
heading
always
off to the
causes
hitch
me
mark.
to have a penalty.
Go on, Dave, hurry up.
I'm trying.
Spinnaker's set.
Oh, sorry.
Ben.
Hyvey's
Sorry.
rounded.
Excuse my
And Ben
Ben.
Saxton in second place. And Sam Whaley up into third place. Second place now. Now, Sam, how did you get through the fleet there?
Oh, that was a bit of a tough one there. I overstood the starboard ley line, but just managed to roll over on top on the reach, stay out of trouble, and yeah, this is getting interesting to come in this mark. Everyone's pretty close.
You really have got a tight fleet here. We've got the top six just 50 metres separating everybody at the moment. This is going to be
got the
really
Rashford
tight coming
penalties,
into
I
this
reckon.
leeward gate.
Not good when it goes tight.
Sam, you've managed to move through the fleet completely here.
Yeah, it's gone all right so far.
God.
Don't want to count my chickens just yet.
Don't really know what that is.
Once again, we've got a sea of those exclamation marks with the red background, which would tend to suggest there's been quite a bit of collisions at that leeward mark again. The rules observance, I'm not entirely sure, is complete during this race.
I think the
Moving
rules
down
engine
into
is
the
quite an
fleet.
interesting one on this game.
Here with the black sails, we've got Finn Sterrett. How's it going in this race? A late entry into this regatta.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have bothered. I've just been cringing everyone.
But you're in 6th place here. It's not so bad at the moment, but you are coming in on the port ley line to the windward mark. Worried at all?
I know, this seems, yeah, incredibly worried. This always seems to be my issue. Get forced out to the left. I'm not used to making decisions. Where's James?
So a little bit of a worry there. And here, coming up to the hitch mark, David Hyvey once again in the lead. This is down towards the finish. How's it going so far?
Yeah, not too bad. I feel a bit sorry for Saxon. I put my kite up too early in the first beat, and then I span head to wind and hit him. And he got the penalty, which is a bit dodgy, I think.
That's quite magnanimous of you there.
Yeah.
And Sam in 2nd place, really, really close on his tail.
Stu's sailing to the regatta win here, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that the story?
And there, yeah, we've got Stu Bithell, very, very close indeed, straight behind them as they come down towards the finish line. This is going to be a tight race battle between you two. So, Stu.
Yo.
How's it been going down this run?
Yeah, you let me concentrate on that jab. There we go. We jabbed on top. Now we're in. Always
This
nothing.
is a real tight battle here we've got. And we've just had Stu Bithell just, it looks like, overtaking here against Sam Whaley. Sam's jibed off to try and clear his air to go right onto the ley line for this finish.
Yeah, I'm
It
in
seems to
difficult
have
position here.
Big gain there,
Not
Sam.
sure. Yeah, not sure what's quite going to happen here, but coming in, fingers crossed.
Oh, I'm getting wrong.
It's neck and neck.
Oh.
Did I get it?
I think I got second.
Just one. So we've got David Hyvey, the Moth European champion, just finished ahead of Sam Whaley there. And then through into 3rd place came Adam Mcgovern. Really tight racing.
Tricky downwind, these things, aren't they?
Just 10 seconds separating all 15 sailors there. Incredibly tight racing.
One more race?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, why not? Let's do another race.
Largest number of penalties, Wee Pearl. That'll be 6.
So here we have the results. Shows just how tight it was. All the way down to 14th place, just 10 seconds separating the fleet.
Do we have the overalls yet?
I very much doubt it. Now here we're looking at the chart which shows the race legs, and there, Wee Pearl. Now this is Luke Patience, Olympic silver medalist, all the way up at the top, and then just taking a complete dive. What happened there, Luke?
Honestly, right, I infringed 4 times before the first spreader mark.
So 4 penalties before the first spreader. Is that some kind of record for you?
I think it might be. And also our coach, Morgan, always says that error-free races is the first key to actually try to win. So if he's watching this, he'll be disappointed in his counsel doesn't soak in.
And during this time where you've got a bit of a delay until the Olympics now, this kind of practice, is this basically going against everything that you've learned?
Well, no, it's actually quite realistic. The best bit about this is that we all get to race the lads again like we did when we were teenagers. So it's keeping us young at heart. It's good.
So mixing it up back and also, against all of those people that you used to sail against in the youth classes?
Yeah, exactly. And it massively highlights how little anyone actually does work in the working day. Because there's about 50% of people on here I know for a fact have jobs, and they've managed to deviate themselves from that. Christian Barrell being one of them.
Right, it's a bit
There
of a
is a very
different
strong
time at the moment,
correlation.
so working hours are sometimes a bit different. So that probably explains that about a bit. And Christian, do we have you on the line now?
We do.
Christian, with Luke talking about you like that, saying here you have a job yet you're in the racing, how do you take that?
There does have to be, seem to be a very strong correlation between how people are doing on this game and whether they have a job or not.
And are you suggesting those without a job might be more practiced?
I reckon we can do for about 4 hours a day, and I've done for the last 9 months. So don't believe them when they tell you they work hard in these Olympic campaigns.
Okay, well, that's coming from the current Merlin Rocket National Champion, Christian Birrell. Okay, Adam, have we got a new race being set up?
Yeah, we're all there. We're just waiting for our commentator, I believe.
Okay, how many have you got on the race?
15 of us.
Let's try and find it then. 15 of you, so let's see if we can find you.
Surely, if the results are tied at the end of this race, the leaders do a match race to the death.
I can tell you the current
Okay,
leaders
just
are
trying to
tied,
find the
so
race at the moment. 15 out
so
of
it's
20. Got it.
It's both Stu and Adam on 9 points, ahead of another tie, which is Sam and Nikki on 15 points.
Okay, we have the commentary now running. We've got the live stream on screen. Adam, if you're set, we can go into countdown.
First and second?
So, Alistair, just run through the scores again, if you could.
Yeah, so we've got Adam and Stu tied on 9 points in the lead, and tied in third place is it's Nikki and Sam.
And how many points are they on?
Sorry, it won't be Nikki. No, it's third place is Sam on 15 points.
Sam on 15 points. So right now, it's looking like a bit of a battle between Adam and Stu. So is this where the match race tactics come in? Adam, do you think you're going to be actually just targeting Stu in this race?
No, I'm not that good. I'm just going to try and stay out of the way.
And Stu, vice versa, you're on equal points. Are you going to go for him?
Yeah, I'm gonna win the pin or die with this blue boat. I'm fighting right at the minute. So yeah, no, just trying to get off the pin air nicely, and hopefully Adam will.
I picked up a penalty.
Yeah, that was me.
So here we are with Stu Bithell off the pin end. Currently in 8th place, but right at the pin. Do you think winning the pin's going to give you the advantage here?
We're going towards a nice bit of breeze. Unfortunately, it's a bit lifted at the minute, so like the last race, attack and cross is not an option.
I'll let you go if you want.
Oh yeah, cheers, mate.
Wow, we've actually got the conversations going across the race course here with Wee Pearl. That was Luke
Hey, Johnny,
Patience just
flicking.
offering to Stu Bithell, just if he wants to cross that he can.
Johnny Murphy. Yeah.
And he didn't let him.
He didn't ask.
Now, once again, Luke, you seem to have gone way beyond the ley line. Any reason behind that?
Yeah, Mark, mate, I can't tell you how much heat's on. I can't even read my keyboard here. The last time I looked at this thing was a while back.
This
It
is
would
the
be
problem
my
with
desire
Scottish
to be
keyboards.
inside the ley line. Don't
And
worry.
now we've
wait
also
till
got
you
Christina,
see
that's
the
Finn
infringement.
Sterrett, also coming in on this port ley line. You seem to be in between a Stu Bithell and Luke Patient sandwich there. Are you feeling okay?
Oh, never a good place to be. But we do have quite a lot of wind out on this ley line.
Yeah, we do.
You can tell I feel skiff.
The whole fleet, it would seem, is coming in on
Fleet's
port
around.
at the moment towards this windward mark. And the top end of the fleet is very, very tight. I can't help but think that we're going to see the penalties flying very, very soon. Let's zoom in up close to this mark and take a look as to what's going to happen.
Oh!
Whoa! There, Stu Bithell comes in, but straight away the penalty.
Yeah, a little bit sneaky that. I'm not going to lie. I know this game, and I know that I could probably hold on to second or third even with a penalty.
Okay, so it's one of those ones where you
Tactical.
decided, I'm going to barge in anyway, and I'm just going to take the medicine, and maybe I'll get away with it.
Yeah, basically a rule 2. Yeah.
Rule 2.
Johnny's off.
There we
He is,
have
isn't he?
I'm going for
Johnny
the best
Mcgovern in the
best
lead, a
improvement.
huge 30-metre lead. How did you do this?
I mean, all luck. I don't think it's any design on that.
How Stu cheated and still in front.
A huge lead. And there,
you
Johnny
like that
Mcgovern. Now, how on earth has Stu got through to the lead there?
That's
You
not
t-
fair.
You decided to take the other mark. Do you think that was your deciding move?
Yeah, I saw Nathan Wilmot and Malcolm Page win a 4 Sanity Worlds by doing that in San Francisco.
Yeah, I remember that. Malcolm
Win
just
with Mark,
jumped
every
outside
win with
the
Mark
boat.
with 3 knots of tide, did the spin, going downwind with 3 knots of tide.
You're on the wrong side of
When
that
was
ship,
this
though.
event in San Francisco?
2005,
5, mate.
Okay,
yeah.
so a manoeuvre 15 years ago suddenly came into mind. You remembered
Yeah.
exactly what they did, and it pushed you into the lead.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a bit on here, though.
You have indeed. You're coming across on starboard, but you're beneath the ley line. Very
He's
tight
cracking
rounding
again.
again on the windward mark.
I
But
think
Johnny
you need to change the
Mcgovern,
name
a
to
nice
Batship
big
Bit.
lead, rounding the hitch mark and down onto the final
Silent
run.
assassin, John.
Johnny, what are your tactics going to be for the final run?
Kicked out.
Wasted. I'm not almost pointing at the finish, so I'm just going to stick on.
Yeah, high V.
And Johnny, you're the coach of a lot of this.
There was no room there, Stu.
You're a coach of quite a few of these sailors with the 470. So, what's it feel like listening to some of their tactics?
I mean, this is perfect for a coach. This is armchair racing. This is what we do for a living.
In second place, we've got Luke Patience here.
Yeah, I'm pinned though. I'm not getting that jibing anytime soon.
I'm
Is
pinned.
that you, Finn?
Yeah, I'm pinned as
Alright.
well.
Well, I tell you what, mate. I'll just go submissive. I'll let you take me if we just make this gentlemanly.
Now, in the battle overall, we've got Adam NW, who's on 9 points. That's Adam Mcgovern, who is currently in 5th place. And then Biffmeister, who is currently in 12th place. So this looks like it's going to be the win overall for Adam, unless things change dramatically. Now, Adam taking the 3rd there.
Oh,
Adam, how does it feel?
it's literally the best result of my life. I've never seen any of these boys before.
So,
I'm glad Batship Bit was on stop.
so your fingers quivering over the keyboard as you beat some of these sailing legends.
Yeah, I think it shows the benefit of being race officer there, maybe.
And Adam, do you think the time that you spent on this game is something which has given you quite an advantage?
I've not spent that long on the game, to be fair. Not compared to Mr. Hive. I think he plays at lunchtime every day. I think just getting used to the functions and learning the eSailing rules has benefited me somewhat.
And Johnny, that was a race win. Johnny Mcgovern, a race win for you there. But it would seem in the overall rankings, probably not quite enough to overtake Adam.
Oh, no, definitely not.
And how do you get ahead in that clear air in this kind of racing?
I mean, the windward mark was utter chaos. So if you had a little lead at the windward mark, I think you could easily get away if you didn't infringe. Everybody went red at the windward marks.
And David Hyvey there, a 2nd place, and a lot of people saying that you spend a lot of time on this game. Is that true?
I play a little cheeky race at lunchtime most days. It's quite nice. I'm on Easter holiday with school, so it's lovely.
Just one race at lunchtimes or a little more?
You're on Corona holiday,
Well,
mate.
maybe 10. Yeah, it's quite good fun. This game doesn't seem to understand Rule 16, so you can be quite aggressive.
And Emma Wilson, a 7th there. We're not quite sure of the overall results yet, but how did you find the racing?
Yeah, it was better, that one. I didn't crash as much. I think that's the key to this game.
So you think actually keeping a clear race might help? Somebody maybe should have told Stu Bithell that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell him.
So I can give you the top 3, Mark, if you'd like them.
Alistair, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Here we go with the top 3.
So in joint 3rd place, we've got Luke and Ben, both on 20 points. In 2nd place, we've got Dave Hyvey on 18 points. And in 1st place, Adam Mcgovern on 12 points.
So there we have it, the overall results from the eSailing demonstration event. As we thought, a little bit of organised chaos there. So in 3rd place, we've got Luke Patience and Ben Saxton on 20 points. And so there we've got the multi-endeavour winner and the 470 Olympic medalist in 3rd place. In 2nd place, Dave Hyvey, the Moth European champion and now Musto skiff sailor. And in 1st place, the man who's actually setting up the races, Adam Mcgovern. Adam, how does it feel?
I enjoyed that. Actually, that was really good. I mean, I think it's always better racing with people that you know. It makes it a bit more interesting, and definitely doing it with the chat going was really good. Yes, I really enjoyed that, and chuffed to actually beat people I never really beat on the race course.
Brilliant! Congratulations. And now, Luke and Ben. Ben, let's talk. To be in equal place with Luke Patience. How does that feel?
It's one of my proudest days, actually. You know, he's such a legend. To be, you know, anywhere near him is so special.
I thought that might be the case. And Luke, how do you feel to be sharing 3rd place with Ben?
Well, you can tell there's no love lost, can you? It's well, for a man that I can't get near when we're actually racing on the water in real boats, it's good to rub up against him. This is me just trying to sneak past him for his Endeavour win again last year.
The Endeavour Trophy, of course, brings together the crème de la crème, the national champions from all of the UK dinghy classes. So, yes, one of the great fixtures in the UK sailing scene. And then Dave Hyvey, Moth European champion, 2nd place. A lot of practice, but not quite enough for the win, eh?
No, not quite as much as Adam, it turns out. It's just great fun playing this against all your friends, and it's a lovely way to have a little bit of light relief in these horrible days, isn't it? So it's good fun.
Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody, for racing in this, and thank you very much for all our viewers. I hope you could follow it a little bit with it. We've got our top 3, or top 4 as they are, since we've got an equal 3rd place. And hopefully we'll start to do more of this and actually start to work out how we do it properly. So anyway, many thanks to all our racers and everybody else for watching.
Well done. Thank you.
Nice, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Right, how do we watch the replay?
It will be the YouTube link. You'll be able to watch it, but I'll probably top and tail it because I recorded it local as well. So, yeah, trying to actually keep up with what is actually happening is incredibly hard.
Oh, yeah.
So good. I definitely took you out at the end there, Stu.